What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Taurean Rain Reloaded channel. If you are new, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also click that bell and have your notifications set to all. Also be sure to have your notifications turned on your mobile devices as well. Be sure to like, comment, and share this content on your various social media platforms. So before I get into this, let me give a shout out to the Queen Amadaya Instagram page. I'm sure some of you are well aware she has a YouTube channel as well. But I came across this video that she posted up on her page, and it's about 2 days old, so it's not that old. I'm recording this on July 11, 2022. Now, you know, for the last couple of days or the last few days, I've been posting up videos or doing stories about PC, more so PC versus the cops, especially if the cops were PC themselves. Now, the video I'm about to show you it's the same. It's on the same wavelength, but what makes this different is because we have a video showing the action happening, opposed to me just reading an article about this. Now, I have no clue what this is about. I don't know what story this could be attached to. I have no names or anything. We just have this video from the dash cam of one of the cars. Now, watch how they deal with him, and it's pretty much going to go into something that we all pretty much have been saying for such a long time when it comes to how cops, especially the PC ones, deal with us versus how they deal with their own.
You don't want to do this. Can you give me another unit? Brentwood, North McKinley, stop. Stop. Stop fighting. Just let me go. I'm still in the bed. No.
You're under arrest right now.
Yes, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
Yes,
You understand?
Stop.
Tase him, Tosh. Get on the ground.
Tase him now, goddammit! I'm trying to get the taser. God damn it. Fucker.
Josh, hit you again.
Ah, shit, I shot my fucking self.
God damn it, you be right now.
Shoot me. Stop resisting. You don't.
Okay, so you saw that right there. So we saw a few things happen with this. So it starts off with this part right here that you see where they're walking him up. He has no shoes on. He's barefoot. He's being walked up and they're putting him up to the car and to like arrest him. And then another cop comes over. He's like a plainclothes, I guess he's a plainclothes officer because he didn't have the uniform on. And then when he tried to put him in cuffs, that's when everything went completely left. The guy starts to twist himself around and then he ends up almost getting free. Now, what really stood out to me, and I'm going to let it play out a little bit so it gets to that point, because this thing doesn't have a meter where I can skip ahead because it's a real video and not a regular video where I can move the meter and skip ahead. So you can see he's grabbing him right there. He's trying to break free. The cop still has a hold of him. And then that's when the cop, this one right here, realizes he has to come over because he has to assist him. Now, what gets me is the fact that this guy definitely overpowers him body-wise over this guy, and he can't seem to restrain him. But he comes over and gives him an assist, and now he prepares to put him in cuffs. Now he's twisting himself to get out of it. And here, now look at this. Look at that. Look at this. This guy right here reaches to grab this man's taser. Had this been a black guy, it would have been a wrap. Just on that little piece alone. And the thing is, it wouldn't even have gotten that far. It wouldn't have even gotten that far. You can literally see his hand goes to grab his taser. He goes to grab it. He even mentions in the video that he said he tried to grab my taser. He said it. Let's continue. So now they have him up against the car, and you know the cop knew he was going for taser because what did he do? He checked to see that his taser was still secure and not loose or not in his hand. So now they're struggling. Now they're fighting. Him and the other cop are fighting. Now it's gotten even more physical. Now he grabs his taser out and boom, kicks it. Kicks the taser out of his hand. Look at how much patience they have when it comes to them versus us. So much patience. And he kicks him. And this time I think, well, it looks off camera, but it looks like he might have kicked him in the face off camera because that leg went flying up and that foot went up with it. And then he slaps the other guy. That redneck energy. Look at that redneck energy. Look, he mushing him. He's mushing his face as if he's going to mold clay. Now here's another angle of it. They're still fighting. He still has his hand mushed up against his face. I think he said something right here. I can't remember what he said. He said something right here. I think something about the taser or something about get the taser, because I think he pulled out the taser to use it on him. There it is. The taser's right there. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. He has his hands around his neck. He has his hand around his arm around his neck, and he has his arm around his arm, and they're pulling each other like a chain. And he's still pulling on him and still pulling, and now they pull off to the side, and that's the end of the video. Look at that. Look at all of that just transpired, and that probably was like about a minute long. But when it comes to us, it's just protocol. They tell us to do what? Stop resisting. They tell us to do what? Comply. This guy did the complete opposite of what they tell us to do. And that was comply and stop resisting. This guy did all of that and then some. He assaulted them too. He kicked the taser out of his hand. It looked like he kicked the cop. He slapped the other one, mushed him, and was still taken in alive. But they want to tell us that PC privilege is also not a thing either. That's why I cannot take them seriously at all. I keep telling y'all, we live in a very us versus them society. This video right here that you just watched in its entirety and in pieces proves just that. They can try to tell us that it's all equal and we all Americans if they want to, but we know different. It's two different Americans. It's two different Americas. The one we dwell in and the one they dwell in. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's training. No, it's not training. If there is training, they're getting two different types of training. One training on how to deal with us and how to train, and whatever training they get to deal with them. Like I said, I don't know if this story or this video was attached to a story, but at this point, I really don't care. Because you have video proof now. Like I said, the other videos I did are good, but this one shows you plain as day what it is like dealing with them on an occasional basis. And the crazy part about it is, this is not the only video of this type. This is just one of the more recent ones. I've done videos in the past, whether pre-recorded on a live stream, showing PC literally getting belligerent with these cops. And they just let them do whatever they want. I think the wildest one was when the guy was running around naked, had nothing on him, but except maybe a knife or something. He's around chasing the cop. The cop is running away from him, and the cop got like a 12-gauge shotgun. You got a shotgun and you're running away from this guy who has nothing on him but like a knife after he just killed like 2 people, and you're running away from him and you're just allowing him to just chase after you, and you got a whole gun and you afraid to use it on him? Are you serious? But Jalen Walker gets shot 60 times over allegedly having a firearm that they said that he did not have. Like I tell you, us versus them. It never fails.